Hey friends, it's Megan Lorson back with another video for you today. So I'm really excited about today's video. I'm going to be talking about how to market your bridal beauty business. So whether you're a bridal hairstylist or a bridal makeup artist, I'm going to tell you how to market your business so that you can grow your business and get your books full. But not only just get them full, but get them full with your dream clients and get them full with the brides and the clients that you truly want to work with and enjoy working with. So that's what I have done in my business. So now I'm going to be sharing all of my secrets with you guys and all of that. So I am a bridal hair and makeup artist and I absolutely love it. And I have gotten my books fully booked up and I'm going to share with you how to do it. So first off, I just want to say I do have some new lashes on. And they're definitely more like dramatic than what I normally wear. They're full glam. I just got them in yesterday. They're from Amazon and I wanted to try them. So I just thought I'd point that out to you guys. I'll link them below if you're interested. Definitely not like an everyday lash for me, but these are perfect for like an evening wedding or like a formal event or maybe even like a girls' night out. But definitely for me, I don't think I love them for like every day. But they are really pretty. I'll link them below if you guys are interested. But let's get right into the video. I'm super excited because this is like one of my favorite topics to talk about. I love marketing and it works if you do it correctly and just attracting your dream client. It really works. So let's get right into the video. So I've got like a whole notes section in my phone full of notes on what I'm going to be sharing with you today. Super excited. I've got lots of good stuff. If you guys are new here, make sure you subscribe so you don't miss any future videos. I'm coming out with lots more content on bridal hair and makeup education. So make sure you subscribe and share this channel with a friend if you guys find it helpful. All right. So anyways, number one is invest in yourself and in education for your future self and for your future business, for the type of client you want to attract. So if you are newer to the bridal industry, or maybe you've been doing it for years and years and you just feel like you're still struggling with styling, you're struggling with getting the hair smooth and you still have so much frizz, I highly, highly recommend to invest in a course, invest in like an online monthly subscription. Highly recommend it. I'm in a couple of them and I'll shout out two of my favorites and I love both of them. The first one is Renee Marie Styles. Go check out her online monthly subscription. It's amazing. She does beautiful work. I'm also in another one called Christina Gasper's Academy. That's another great one that I highly recommend. It's a community where you can learn and grow together, but also polish your skills and take your skills to the next level. The reason I put that one first is because if your work isn't where you want it to be, then you're probably not going to be super comfortable promoting your work and throwing it out there to everybody. But also, number two, you're not going to be necessarily attracting your dream client. If you want to be working with those luxury brides, if you want to be charging more for your styles and for your makeup looks, then you have to have the skill set to match that. So I highly recommend getting some education. I don't care how experienced you are, how long you've been in the industry, everybody can always learn something new or a different way of doing something, whether that's a different makeup brush, a different makeup technique, different hair technique. There's so much out there and sometimes just changing it up can even re-inspire you. So that's number one. Number two is get on all the wedding booking sites. So like Wedding Wire, The Knot, there's so many, Zola, Beyond the Ponytail has a website for bridal hairstylists and maybe makeup artists. But Google all the wedding websites. There's so many new ones popping up and there might be some that are more popular in your area depending on where you live. Get on all of them. The goal of marketing is to just plaster your name out there everywhere and anywhere. And of course, you want to be sort of selective. Don't put your name in like certain places where questionable people are looking. That's the best way I can put it. Again, just what I'm trying to say is put your name in places that your dream client is going to see them, or where your dream clients are. So get your listing, your bridal beauty business listing on all of the wedding websites. That is a great place to start. Also, get in all of your local Facebook wedding websites. There's so many out there. There's quite a few in my area. There's like a buy and sell group for weddings. There's like a vendor Facebook group where like vendors are posting, like photographers, hairstylists, makeup artists, the caterer, DJs, all of that. So like find all of those groups, and if you're able to post in them, post your work in them and say booking for 2022, booking for 2023, and then maybe just put your website link or your Facebook business page link or something on there, just so people can see your work and they have a way to find you and contact you. Okay, number 2 is to actually create a Facebook business page. This is super important. I believe that if you are in business, you need to be pretty much everywhere and have a listing or a business page in most places. So make sure you have a Facebook business page that has your business name on it, preferably something that's kind of searchable. So like mine is Bridal Hair by Megan Lorson. Actually, I just changed it. It's supposed to say Bridal H&M, which actually I changed it a while ago, but they still haven't updated it because Facebook has to like approve it if you change your business name page. So anyways, but it's kind of searchable. So anyone who in my location is on my Facebook page. So if someone's like searching on Facebook, it's most likely to pop up because if someone's searching in my area. So definitely do that. Also, post on your personal Facebook page. So I'll post like updos that I do, sometimes tutorials, or I'll just like share it from my business Facebook page and hit share and just share over to my personal. That way it has like my business Facebook page name at the top. People can click on it if they're interested. But again, it's just creating awareness. It's letting all my friends that follow me on Facebook know that this is what I do. And so if they know somebody who's getting married and needs bridal hair and makeup, then they can refer them to me or me to them. And it's just another way to get referrals and another way to create awareness for your brand and your business so that hopefully you will get booked. All right, so then the next one, I don't know that I'm keeping track. This is like what, the 5th one now? Number 5 is make sure your Instagram bio reflects what you do, but also who you want to attract. So for instance, in my bio, I have my location and then bridal hair and MUA. And then I also have in there that I do luxury bridal hair and luxury bridal makeup. And those are the type of clients that I want to attract. So make sure that you have all of that in your bio, but also have make sure you have your location and who you are and what you do. That is the biggest thing. So make sure your bio reflects that. That way when people go on there, they can see exactly what you do. And then number 6 is you want to make sure you're posting on Instagram consistently. It is not okay and it is not going to get you anywhere to post once a week, once every couple weeks, randomly. You have to post consistently. I highly recommend posting every single day or pretty much every single day. And especially make sure you're posting on your stories every day. It can be anything as far as bridal trials, bridal makeup trials. It can be you practicing a style on a mannequin. Just make sure it looks really good. Sometimes mannequin pictures can look really bad. That's another thing. I highly recommend investing in a really pretty mannequin that is photogenic so that when you take pictures and you're practicing updos, when you post it on your Instagram feed, it looks really beautiful and really pretty and aesthetic on your Instagram page. So I highly recommend at least investing in one. But yeah, posting on your stories every single day. So show your face every now and then because people want to see and know who is behind this work. If I go to a page and I don't see a face, maybe their work's good. If it's really, really good, then maybe I would book. But if it's just a bunch of hair and I'm like, I don't see the face, I don't know. There's just something about now more than ever, people need to connect and see who you are in your face so they can be like, okay, well, I can feel kind of comfortable because I know when I see her, this is kind of what she looks like. You gotta post your face. So whether it's on your actual feed or on your stories, you can post wedding tips for your brides, hair and makeup. How do they prep their hair? How do they prep their skin and their face before the wedding? How should they come to the trial? There's so many ideas of things you can be posting on your feed and on your stories. And it's okay to post the same thing on your feed and your story because different people are gonna see it. Not everyone's gonna be seeing both posts. Just some ideas out there. There's so many more, but definitely be active on your stories. You don't want that bubble to really ever disappear. You want it to be always up there for people to be clicking on, for people to be seeing your face, seeing what you're doing, because it just, again, it keeps you in the forefront of people's minds and you become that go-to person when a need arises and when someone is looking for bridal. They will recommend you so quick and easy because you're just constantly there putting out content. Okay, number 7 is get and use a good booking system. So when I first started in the bridal industry, or started back in the bridal industry, I was kind of like hesitant, like I didn't know if I was gonna fully be doing this. I loved it, but it was just like a whole big year of change with having my daughter and everything. So I literally kept track of my bookings, pen and paper. I bought this like Etsy calendar and I had like this binder and it was very organized and I was able to keep my weddings booked and organized pretty good, keep the contracts organized. I would just like have the contracts printed off, keep them in this binder, and then I would have this calendar where I fill in their name and all that. And I only did that for like half a year. And then the very next year I was like, okay, I know I got to have a booking system because this year is gonna be so crazy busy with weddings and there is absolutely no freaking way that I could run my business properly, systematically, and stay organized and sane without having a booking system. And if you are serious about growing your bridal business, you have to have a booking system because it shows that you are serious, but you can only book so many weddings and stay organized with pen and paper for so many weddings. And then after it grows past a certain point, it gets chaotic. So I personally use HoneyBook. I love, love, love HoneyBook. It keeps everything organized to a T for me. Keeps my contracts organized. It tells me who has signed their contract, who has not yet signed their contract. It tells me who has paid the retainer fee. It tells me if they have not yet paid their retainer fee, so I can go to this little category and say, okay, they need a reminder, or have not got this back yet. And it keeps everything organized in each client's like individual portfolio pretty much. If they send me inspiration pictures of hair and makeup, that goes underneath their profile too. So I can keep that all there. And then all of our conversations are there. So like if I need to refer back to something, oh my gosh, I could go on and on and on. It is so amazing. And I did have a question about like I've had some questions about like keeping track of expenses and like bookkeeping and all that. HoneyBook does have a built-in like booking or bookkeeping thing. I started using it in the very beginning, but it's very, very, very basic. And I don't really recommend it if you are wanting to seriously take your bridal business serious and grow it and take it to the next level. I highly recommend getting and using QuickBooks. Like, you need it. There's no ifs, ands, or buts. You need it. So I love using QuickBooks. It is so awesome. And the reason I love it is because it has all the bells and whistles, but it really helps me to track and keep record of all my expenses, my income, and my mileage. And so that way I don't miss any tax write-offs, because when you get to the end of the year, you lose track of so much. And then when you try to go back and try to figure out and remember every little thing, there's things that you miss. So with the app, because I have QuickBooks app on my phone, and so it tracks every time I drive somewhere, it'll literally just start tracking mileage. So then I can go in there and it'll say, was this a business trip or personal? And I literally just swipe left or right to say whether it was like business or personal. So I'm not missing out on any mileage that I travel for business, because sometimes that's hard to keep track of. And then it literally links your bank account to QuickBooks. So if you have a transaction come through, it'll say, hey, what was this transaction? Was it business, personal? And then you put it into a certain category, and it's awesome. So QuickBooks is a must. And for anyone who is like weary about spending money on a booking system or QuickBooks, you can't think like that, because these are musts in order to take your business to the next level. And you have to have certain tools in your business, and you have to spend and invest money in certain areas of your business in order to make it grow. Otherwise, it's just going to stay here instead of going here. All right, so number 8, I will probably have to do a whole separate one on contracts too, because contracts are also a must if you're trying to grow your bridal business. And there's like so much that should be in your contracts. Just to name a couple, you definitely need to, I don't even think I know where to start with contracts, because there's literally so many things that you should have in there. But the contract it keeps you safe, it keeps them safe. But it also helps because, for instance, I have bridesmaids, or sometimes I have brides book and they book their wedding party, and then like the day or the week of, they're like, oh, so-and-so doesn't want to get their hair and makeup done already. And in my contract I have, once the services are booked at the time of booking, they cannot be removed off of the contract, because that is locked in. Because I book my weddings, I have a certain minimum that I require to book weddings. So people can't just like last minute take people off, because then all of a sudden it doesn't meet the minimum maybe, or whatever. And so I'm counting on that amount of money to come in. And then also too, I might have turned away a couple other weddings that wanted to book on that day that were larger weddings or whatever. So I have in my contract that once it is booked, they cannot remove services off of the contract. But for whatever reason, if people get sick or they are just no longer able to attend the wedding, they are able to replace that person or that service with someone else. So I do have that. And then of course they can always add people as long as timing and things like that allow. Then also of course too, you have to have something about COVID now. So I just put like a short little thing in my contract about COVID, and basically they get like one free reschedule if it comes down to that. And if I have my date open on the reschedule date, things like that. It just has all the information that you need on there. The bride's name, her phone number, contacts, all the names of the wedding people in the wedding party, the getting ready location, what time they need to be ready, just things like that, because then I can refer back to it. Anyways, like I said, I'm gonna have to do a whole separate video on a contract, because there's definitely other things that need to go into the contract, referring to like the retainer and cancellation policies and things like that. All right, let me see. I thought I just deleted my whole note. No, I didn't. Okay, so booking system, contracts, tracking expenses. All right, number 8 is make a website. This is a huge one, and so many people question whether if they should or shouldn't have a website, because maybe they should save the extra money, because creating a website can be kind of expensive. It's like a monthly fee for a lot of them, this, that, whatever. It is a must in your business, absolute must. If you are serious about growing your business, taking it to the next level, getting booked, all of that, you have to have a website, 100,000%. And I know that Britt Siva, she's a big coach in the hair industry. Some of you guys might know her. She says the same thing, highly recommends it. She actually, I don't know if she still does, at one point had like a boot camp on how to create a website, the importance of a website. I could name some other industry coaches and they all say the same thing. And it is so true because first of all, it shows that you're professional. Second of all, it shows that you are an established business and people just take you more seriously when you have a website. And on your website, you should have reviews of people that have left you reviews. You should have a place for them to book or inquire to book. You should have some of your work shown on there, and then you should have your picture and a little bit about you, what you offer, things like that. But I highly recommend, and then you want to link it in your Instagram bio. You want to make sure that it's on your Facebook page. Basically, you want everything to be linked so it just goes full circle. So they're connected everywhere. You also on your website want to have it to where they can go on your Facebook page, they can find you on Instagram. That way they can click over from your website to learn more about you, to see more of your work, all of that. Highly, highly recommend it. Even as some of you may know how hard it is to become searchable on the internet when you first create a website, but I will tell you, surprisingly, within a couple months of me creating my website, I was getting tons of leads from my website alone. Like people were Googling and finding my website. So yes, for me, it brought in a lot of leads. Also, you do want to try to have it searchable. So using certain key words on your website, throughout your website, like the location you are, where you're located, and like what area you service, again, what you do. So things like that will help your website pop up if someone's Googling like bridal hair in such and such location, bridal makeup in near me. It'll help your website pop up on Google. Okay, and then last but not least is make connections with other vendors. So make connections and develop relationships with other vendors. And a great way to do this is to get in on some styled shoots, schedule some styled shoots with other vendors. And this is a super great way to network and get your name out there. And if all of the vendors are sharing your work and you guys are tagging each other, it is a great way for brides to find you and to get recommended and referred from other vendors. So I highly recommend this, especially if you're starting out. And be selective with the styled shoots you do. There's a lot of good ones out there, but then some of them too may not be your style or may not be the type of look you're going for like brides and the type of bride. So keep that in mind when you are finding people to do styled shoots with, or even like the style of the shoot. Make sure it fits your brand and the style of hair and makeup that you want to be attracting from brides. So that way when you share the pictures on your page, it matches your look and your aesthetic and the look the brides you're trying to attract. All right, so that was a lot, and I hope you guys found this video helpful. I love talking about marketing and growing your business. It's one of my favorite things, especially marketing on social media, if you guys don't know that already. But if you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do so you don't miss any other future videos. If you guys have any other questions or tips or anything that has worked for you, put them in the comments below so others can read them, so this video can be very helpful to everybody and people can learn more tips and tricks. So put that down in the comments. If you guys have any other video suggestions, let me know. I love reading your comments. Thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one.